It's week 3 of the National Football League, and we'll see the Mounties leader at quarterback. He was terrific a week ago, well over 400 yards passing. It's the Mounties and the Black Knights, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us in the shadow of the Eiffel Tower in the fabulous European capital of Paris, France. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Toronto Mounties taking on the Black Knights of Paris. With my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Paris team as it gets ready here.
It's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
Meanwhile, for our visitors from north of the border, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it...
As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here's Harris to return it.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018, drafted #1 overall the subsequent year, Kyler Murray.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down and 3.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Allen, the intended receiver, and it's third and short.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. But you look at this defense.
They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. First down, Murray. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
Now a second and 10.
Murray now.
Pass complete. George Pickens with it.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Murray now on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. On play action, it's Murray.
Completes this one to Pickens.
And he's brought down to the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. First and 10.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Touchdown! Keenan Allen, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Black Knights are on the board first here this afternoon.
But Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And he's had good success here already this season throwing the football. 6 touchdown passes in his 2 games. He's really got this offense playing with a lot of confidence, trying to establish themselves early as a Super Bowl contender.
They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. 2nd and 9. Again, it's Stevenson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
13 yards. First down, Mounties.
Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. So nothing doing there, and that will bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Lloyd. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Straight ahead, it's Stevenson.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. 2nd down and a yard.
Back to throw. Lloyd.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Looking to throw. Lloyd. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Up the middle, here's Stevenson.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Ramondre Stevenson, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Mounties are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Marcus Jones picks it.
And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive.
They'll have very good starting field position here as they try to break our tie, and they start 1st and 10. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin, and they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
At the 3-yard line.
Back to throw. Lloyd. And it's caught. Touchdown. Darren Waller. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys have taken the lead.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here's a quick throw caught by Allen. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. From the 31, here's the 2nd down and 6.
At the 31-yard line.
Here's Murray. That's going to be caught by Pickens.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
When you look at this defense,
this unit currently 7th in the NFL, Charles, in stopping the run.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit in the NFL here in the early going. All signs point to me towards them continuing that throughout the season. They look pretty good, pretty darn cohesive to me.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Play fake. Murray.
complete to Likely. Well, you look at the list of cities that most people thought were likely to entertain taking on a relocated NFL franchise. London was likely at the top of the list, but this city, Paris, host of the 2024 games, they have the infrastructure, the fan base is coming along, and it's going to be interesting to watch how this team is received here in the French capital. So far, the early returns, excellent.
Murray going to try to throw on third down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Murray going to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Here's second and 10.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it.
On target to his man, Likely.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. From the gun, Murray.
Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Here we go with Williams. And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. They come up short here on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer third, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory instead of going where the play was actually blocked. In any case, it didn't work here.
Well, the drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
First down, Mounties.
On the handoff, Stevenson.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Stevenson gets it again on 2nd down. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 72 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Throwing on first down, Lloyd. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Lloyd.
Out route looking for McLaurin. He's got him.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
On 1st and 10, Lloyd.
He'll get this into the hands of Stevenson.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Emmanuel Agba that time able to drop him for a loss. Well, that time it looked like he essentially just ran right into the pass rush.
Yeah, partner, I'm not much of an outdoorsman, but the fish jumped right into the net, didn't he? Because you've got to make sure that you're deep enough that you can get around the defensive end, have an angle there. But he couldn't do it because he actually cut that one off. Really nice play coming off the edge.
To throw on 2nd down, Lloyd. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
A 21-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. Here's the Paris offense ready to take possession. And they're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The offense on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now Murray off play action.
Justin Jefferson. And finally down at the 32-yard line. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Throwing on first down is Murray.
The short one there, caught by Likely.
So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
Throwing now is Murray.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Murray again. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Able to push his way through. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 83 yards on the ground so far for Stevenson and a first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Off play action. Lloyd.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Off the play fake. Lloyd. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So on fourth down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Paris offense out to have another go at it. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time.
Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
But such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
Stevenson. Touchdown.
And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
York now for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. Here's the Paris offense ready to take possession. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Out of the gun, here's Murray.
At the 45-yard line.
Now the ball comes loose. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. On first down, Lloyd. He finds his man, complete. It's Romero. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones at a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Back to throw. Lloyd. The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Again, he'll drop to throw. To the sideline and incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We saw a solid first half from the Oklahoma man, Ramondre Stevenson. He had a nose for the end zone as he wound up with 2 touchdowns on the ground in those first 2 quarters.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The question to be asked, where does this game go from here, as we are back at it now on EA Sports? And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. This offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just...
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They begin the drive with Williams.
They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Shotgun now from Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return.
And they will take over first and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Lloyd throwing the out route incomplete. That's Romero. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
That's another beautiful throw right there. It gets it to his man right in stride, and I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm, they've been sharp, they've been on it, and they pick up another first down there.
Now a play fake here on first down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there. And even 40 yards.
Another big play right there. And this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
So now, following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. Looking to throw. Lloyd. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That's good for a gain of 6. Second and goal.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Terry McLaurin from 4 yards out, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Paris offense out to have another go at it. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now Murray throwing on second down.
This one swung out to Williams.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Marcus Jones picks it,
and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 21-yard line.
Back to throw. Lloyd.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a 2nd season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
The Paris offense out to have another go at it. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. Up the middle, it's Williams. There's a nice move. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. First down, Murray.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams.
Down at the 25.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Murray now. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Now 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 26-yard line.
Someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
Well, this O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 3.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun. Lloyd. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Now a handoff. Stevenson
takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Want him a little extra space.
95 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Stevenson gets it again on 2nd down.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
He was taken down by Quan Martin.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson.
And he's got this down to the 35. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
James Bradbury there to make the tackle.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They run once more with Stevenson.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
He'll go underneath here to Stevenson.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
At the 17-yard line.
This is Stevenson.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
They'll run with Stevenson.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Ramondre Stevenson.
His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year.
And the Mounties start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
The York on now for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length.
And it was polished off by a Ramondre Stevenson touchdown run.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. Here's the Paris offense ready to take possession. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
David Ajabo running in to take him down.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Complete to Likely.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal at the 10-yard line.
To throw, it's Murray. And he's got it. Touchdown.
George Pickens
From 10 yards out.
and the Black Knights get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
There's Terry McLaurin, such an exciting pass catcher as this offense comes out for their next drive.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
On second down, it's Stevenson.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
144 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out. Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Here's Stevenson.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the 8-yard line.
Again, Stevenson.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that fourth.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the fourth. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time he just didn't get there.
4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. Looking to throw. Lloyd. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the ball will go over on the goal line stand. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there, and I know if we go to the postgame.
And now here's another interception. And he's got his guys set up great now. 1st and goal, and the Pigskin at the 7-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
A give for Stevenson, running right.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for Toronto, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get another road date next week.
Meanwhile, for Paris,
they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.